Welcome back to Yoga Express. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. I'd like to acknowledge our team in the control room, Sergio Rivera. Sergio, are we on air yet? Okay.
Yes, we are.
Good. I'm assuming that the music is going to come on in just a few seconds. For those viewers at home who have been watching us for a while, the body of our program has music created by Cesar De Para, and it's going to come up in just a few moments. But right now, Sergio Rivero is being assisted by Ehi Oviasu on the switcher in our control room, and we have two amazing guests right here. To my right, and I won't say immediate right since we only have two guests today, but we're addressing a lot of people out there. I hope you'll stretch with us. To my right, we have Jacqueline Wright. Jacqueline is a fitness trainer for senior citizens. And where do you teach, Jack?
Lincoln, Amsterdam Community Center.
Lincoln Amsterdam Community Center. So if people want to reach out after they watch you stretch today,
Yes.
they're convinced they can come and reach out to you. Do they have an email that they can?
Yes.
Go
My
to.
email is jaydub16@aol.com.
Easy, jdub16 at
Yes.
AOL. I remember the jdub part of, I wanted you to say it, but I'm going to ask you what it means. But I always wondered, but the one thing I was happy about was it was not easy to forget. It was very easy to remember because very unique. Is there a reason? I know J probably stands for your name.
And W, Jacqueline Wright, J Dub. You get it?
Oh, wow, I do. Oh my God, it took me a while for that to sink in. But, that's good. And 16, I assume, is your date of birth.
Yes.
All right, we'll stay there.
Yes.
So, Jacqueline, thank you so much for coming. And do you teach a lot of senior citizens?
I teach
Is it a whole group?
probably about anywhere from 10 to 15 seniors show up for my classes.
Nice. Okay. I've taught at a senior citizens center for just a couple of months, and I found it's very touching that they want to stay active. And they
Oh,
want-
yeah, it's amazing. The seniors at the center where I teach, they range in age from 60 to 95.
Right, right. Ehi, do you mind getting the music up? It's nice to have a kind of a rhythm and a pace. It helps us stay on track. To my immediate left, to my left, we have Liha Mohammed. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Finally, I kept calling Liha Liha, and she very politely corrected me and said it's Liha. Liha has promised to teach on air maybe next week, actually. So the next episode that you watch us as we are stretching here on the mats, Liha will be teaching. She is a certified yoga trainer. And Liha, actually tell our viewers and us, Jacqueline
Yeah.
and myself, what was your experience when you did your teacher training in Goa?
It was very new, fresh, and uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I hope it was happily uncomfortable.
No, happily uncomfortable in the way where you really had to learn how to move your breath in heat
Right.
and also stay hydrated and also maintain your inner cool. So your
Right.
ujjayi breath
Yeah.
needed to be a cool flow through your body.
Goa is a seaside place.
Yes,
so
it
did
is.
you teach on the beach?
No, we didn't teach on the beach. We had a yoga ashram, and it was
Nice.
concrete, so very hot. For everybody who loves hot
That
yoga,
can be fun, yeah.
go to India.
Right.
But yeah, it was very fun and a new experience. And
Right, right. So when you did your teacher training, did you have a chance to teach any of the people there locally?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I was very engaged. There
Fantastic.
were a family up on the hill, so sometimes they will shuttle us from our yoga site to the beach.
Right.
And they had two daughters. I do not remember their names now, but there were two girls, aged 24 and 16.
Right.
So whenever I would have time on the weekends, I would just hang out at the beach with them and do yoga since it wasn't very integrated in the local community. It was more of a tourism.
Right.
So, I mean, for local people in the community, they didn't have their practice. So we were practicing.
you were practicing there, kind of a
Yes.
proxy practice, right?
Yes.
Let our viewers know, and I think that's your camera, Liha.
Okay.
Let our viewers know how they can reach you because by next week you're going to be teaching here as well. So I
Yes.
want people to know you better so that when you and Jacqueline come on air the next time, they're more comfortable and they can reach out to
Okay.
you as well.
Well, if
You're
you're
on Facebook, right?
Yes, I am on Facebook.
Okay.
So facebook.com/pages, Express Moon Yoga is the handle or the name.
Okay.
If you're uptown Manhattan, you can stop by Urban Yoga Foundation. We have workshops, and I will teach some private courses to whoever wants to come.
Fantastic. We're not allowed to talk to our viewers about any fees, but yes, of course,
No.
there is always a
Donation
fee.
based.
It's donation
It's
based.
donation based.
I'm
and-
there.
Yes, you're there. So come to my
Fantastic.
class.
That's very nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
So why don't you consider teaching at Bryant Park as well? They have donation-based
Yes,
classes,
they do
right?
have that, especially over the summer. It's
Right.
a big thing, especially the
Right.
outdoor movies, the yoga.
Yeah, I know. Yoga in the park, right?
Interesting.
So what do you ladies feel like stretching? What part of the body do you want to work today? I was thinking of two themes. One of them is my favorite, which is twists. The others are knee benders. So what would you like to work on first?
Twists.
Twists? Okay,
I'm
let's.
on board.
You're on board. All right. Let's do this. Let's first maybe stand up. We'll start with the sun salutation, and sun salutation is actually the one that we do right here on the mats. It's a little bit of an adaptation. I like to call it the Yogaxpress version. So I'm going to have both of you ladies come forward, and I'm going to stagger myself so we don't hit each other. Those of you who are practicing at home, you want to bring the insides of your feet parallel. Keep about an inch or two space between the two. This would be a perfect time to have the music. In case you guys are considering putting the music on, I would really appreciate that. If not, we're going to listen to our own inner music. Press your palms in, bring your elbows out, and keep your chin level to the ground. Foundation is everything. So you want to make sure that you have your feet firmly planted and you have your elbows out. Now keep your chin level to the ground. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep inhale and exhale. At the next inhale, open your eyes, take your palms up. Exhale, dip back a little bit. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, to the left. Inhale, to the center. Exhale, to the right. Liha, I know you're a yoga teacher and you're wondering where did this version of sun salutation come from. We're going to talk about that. Exhale, fold from the hip. Come all the way forward, keep your back nice and straight. Move with your breath. Pause at midpoint for just a second and then keep going. Beautiful, I like that. Thank you for the music. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take your left leg back and then the right. This is one of New York's favorite postures. I understand it's called downward facing dog. Is that correct, Liha?
Yes, this is right.
And within the sun salutation, we call this the mountain posture, but it is exactly the same as downward facing dog. One more breath. Inhale. At the next inhale, bring your right foot between the hands. Place your left knee on the mat, both palms over the right knee. Exhale and dip. You might notice we are all at different places, just like we are in real life. Liha has her toes curled in. Jacqueline has her toes flat. I have my toes flat as well. Just know the difference. When you have your toes curled in, it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for you. Actually, it's going to be a little easier to hold your balance, but it's also a bit of a strain on your knees. But when you have your toes flat, our balance improves. No, balance is not fabulous, but we definitely won't feel as much on the knees. So as I grow older, I feel it's better to keep my feet flat. Inhale, come out of that, let's switch legs. I know, sometimes it looks like I'm jabbering for the sake of jabbering. It's about taking your breath. So let's switch legs. Take the right leg back, bring the left foot forward. Uncurl your toes on the right foot, but if you had it curled, as Liha did in the on the first side, you can keep it curled on this side as well. Both palms over the left knee. Exhale and dip. Now, we did not incorporate the twist into this one, so we'll stay without the twist on this side as well. Inhale, let's come out of that. We're going to switch legs. This time, we're going to bring the right knee forward and go into a little bit of a deeper twist. Now, we actually could have just done it the first time. Since we didn't do it, we're going to take this a second round on this. Both palms over the right knee. Exhale, dip your pelvis down closer to the mat. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left and turn to look up at the raised elbow and hold. Parsva Kona Namaskara, intense prayer twist. Inhale, let's come out of that and switch legs. I'm going to do the twist on the other side. So Jacqueline, are you getting your twist yet?
I am getting my
Bring the
twist.
left foot
Thank
forward. Both palms over the left knee. Exhale and dip. Liha, you mentioned the Ujjayi breath for our viewers. Just so you know what is Ujjayi, it's a kind of an ocean sound, and being very close to the ocean, I think she really has mastered that. But it's a kind of ocean breath, comes from the back of the throat, and you almost like a loud whisper. So you'll hear it at the next move. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. That's a sound. Place your left palm on top of the right. Turn to look up at the raised elbow. Hold. And while you're here in this position, take 3 deep breaths. And if you're noticing that Jacqueline has got her socks on, please know that she's actually got socks with little rubber dots underneath. So please know that if you do decide to keep your socks on, make sure you have some traction. Inhale, let's come out of that. Frame your left foot. Take the left, curl your toes in the right leg. Raise your right knee, take your left to meet the right in plank position. Hold this for 1 more breath. Gently lower your knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into Cobra. Zip your feet together. Place your palms directly in below your shoulders and then press into the mat with your palms. Press with the tops of your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, come up all the way to mountain posture or downward facing dog. Bring your toes, bring your heels up for just a few seconds, and then exhale, press your heels down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Adho is down or downward, Mukha is face or facing, and Shvana is dog. Inhale, bring the right foot and then the left between the hands. Both palms together. We're going to pause at midpoint as we inhale, come up with a straight back. Pause, keep inhaling. All the way up. Exhale down the middle. That's actually 1 complete round of sun salutation. Because we're workshopping it, probably took us about 4 to 5 minutes, but we held it for at least 3-4 breaths in each position. We're going to do, did you ask for twists, Jacqueline? Yes. You like twists, right? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a simple posture. I'm going to stagger myself. Bring your palms in front of your chest. Palms are facing down. For those of you practicing sun salutation at home, you actually want to try and do it like a dance movement within 1 minute. 1 cycle should take you 1 minute. Elbows are out. Both palms are facing down right in front of your chest. Very nice. You want to keep your wrist nice and straight. That's it. Beautiful. Yeah. So the reason elbows are up is to help us stay in the moment. The moment our elbows go down, the mind starts wandering. This way, the elbows have to respond to the brain that says, elbows up. So as you exhale, you're going to swing your left hand to the left. Take a deep inhale. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center. And this time, you're going to take your hips with you, but your feet will still stay where they are. We're going to swing the left arm out and notice how much deeper you go. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center. We're going to take this posture a little further by just making a nice graceful movement. If you've noticed, when our niece, at least my granddaughter does it all the time. It's like she's swinging from side to side. It's about releasing all the stress from our body. So we're going to keep doing that with our breath. Exhale, swing to the left. Keep going. Inhale to the center. And as you keep going, your arms come lower and lower. And slow down very gently. Relax. We have a couple of standing twists before we go into seated. There are more twists in our seated sequence. I actually follow a very simple postcard that I put together for my own workout about 10 years ago. So I'm going to plug myself in. It's a very simple sequence called the Yogaxpress sequence. It's all the common denominator postures that we have every studio teaching all over the world, actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're just basic postures, so there's no fancy stuff. And do I need to go back? Okay, great. I saw my head cut off, so I just got a little bit worried. I need my head. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the Ashwini Mudra or Ashwini posture, Ashwasanchala. Bring your right foot forward, take your left foot back. Very gently lower your left knee into the mat. Uncurl your toes on the left foot. This is actually part of the sun salutation as well, but now we're doing an isolated twist over here. Both palms over the right knee. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Dip your left elbow over the right knee. Right palm on top of the left. Parsva Kona Namaskara. The mudra, the posture, is actually called Ashwini Mudra with just the knees, but when you include the hands, the arms, the name changes. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Switch legs. Take the right leg back. Bring the left foot forward. Both palms over the left knee. Exhale and dip. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Dip your right elbow over the left knee. Left palm on top of the right. Keep dipping. One more breath. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Come down on all fours. So take the left leg back. Hands directly below the shoulders. Knees are directly below the hips. Toes are curled in. We're going to do, I think many schools in the United States call this cat-cow. I don't know how an animal can be both a cat and a cow. So I'm just going to call it Marjaria. Marjaria is a cat. So by the way, it's supposed to be a cat, but that's okay. If someone wants to call it a cow, be my guest. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to inhale, lift the chin, chest, and buttocks up, and toes are curled in. And as you inhale, you're going to dip your torso closer to the mat. Inhale, bend your elbows. Exhale, and uncurl your toes, arch your back. So head goes down. We'll do that one more time to redeem ourselves. Curl your toes in. Inhale and dip. Just like a cat. Uncurl your toes, arch your back. Slowly bring your knees closer to your palms. We're going to sit down. We'll sit down into Ardha Matsyendra. Matsyendra or Matsya is fish. Matsyendra is the name of a sage. So tuck your left heel under the right buttock. I guess the sages sat in these postures till they got their boons. I have no idea why. It's named after them. Cross your right foot over the left knee. And Jacqueline, to your point, we had a brief discussion before we started today. You were talking about one side cooperating more than the other. This is a very good example of that. See how comfortable, see where I am. And Jacqueline's not too bad, but see how comfortable Liha looks. She's got her knee all the way in. And it's, of course, age is only one factor, but it's also an excuse. It also means that this side of my body is not stretched enough. So I need to work on that. And that's what folks at home need to do. You need to acknowledge which side or which part of you needs a little more workout. So both palms over the right knee. Inhale, bring your shoulders back. Exhale, twist to the right as you push your knee, right knee in to the left. The full expression of this posture would include the arms with the left hand going up and the elbow coming down over the right knee. But we're not going to do that just yet unless you're feeling really adventurous, Jacqueline. Keep breathing. One more inhale. At the end of the next inhale, let's turn forward and let's switch legs. We're going to take the right heel, tuck it under the left buttock, cross the left foot over the right knee. Now, I may be able to twist a little deeper on this side. I'm just going to give it a try. Push your left knee over to the right side. Torque your upper body to the left. Take a deep inhale.
Oh, this one is really difficult.
So for you, it's the other side. And you want to fold your right foot under the right buttock, under the left buttock. Yes,
Like this.
that's it. Yes, now it'll be easier. No wonder.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So
And this
make sure that you're safe. Whatever you do at home, yes, and you can just very gently, you can bring your foot out and then very gently swing it over. That's it.
Okay, that's
And if this side probably may
feels
hurt.
good now.
It feels good now, right? Yes. I think you did have your knee the other way. Push your left knee over to the right side. And then torque your upper body to the left. We have the luxury of 5 more minutes, so we're going to stretch for about 3 minutes more. Look over your left shoulder. Keep breathing. One more deep inhale and exhale. At the next inhale, let's turn forward. And very gently, we are going to swing the left leg all the way to the back as gracefully as you can into pigeon posture, Kapotasana. Curl your toes in, push your left knee further with your toes. So curl your toes in, push your knee to the floor and push back. You want to keep going as far back as you can so your pelvis is really close to the floor. And in this one, to get your twist, because we're working on twists today, here's what we're going to do. We're going to gently move over, take your hands over to the right side, walk them over to the right, and then exhale and dip. Inhale, come up. Let's move over to a counter posture, go to the other side, and just exhale and dip. Inhale, let's come up. Bring both palms on either side of the right knee. Sit down in your right buttock, swing the left foot forward, and let's not forget the other side. Take your right leg all the way back. There was a time, this was about a couple of 100 years ago, when I used to love this posture. I still love it, but I used to go to sleep in it. I was so comfortable. So take your right leg all the way back this time. Curl your toes in and push your right knee further back as close as you can get. Our director has given us the 2-minute cue, so folks at home, you've got another minute to stretch with us. Bring your pelvis close to the mat, exhale, and let's slowly, we're not going forward this time, we're going to twist. So take your palms over to the left side. Now, exhale and go down. Inhale, let's come up and do a little bit of a counter stretch on the other side. We're going to see if we can get one more seated twist while we have a minute left to go. Very gently, come up, inhale, swing the left leg all the way in front of you, and then extend the other leg out. A simple Supta Namaskara, supine twist. So you're not really in supine position, but you're going to go as deep as you can to get your twist. Flex your feet. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take both your hands to the left and twist to the left. Keep exhaling. Dip your forehead close to the mat. Inhale, come up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Exhale to the right. Our credits are rolling. My name is Banu. You are watching Yogaxpress. If you want to stay in touch with us, please feel free. You can contact us by email, info@yogaxpress.com. We have the luxury of maybe about 30 seconds, so we're going to do our own little twist, probably even make it up. We're not going to give it a name. We're going to do our own twist. Is it a rap, Sergio and A? All right, I think it is almost, but we can do our own little twist. I love I love times when I can keep my knees nice and straight, right?
Yes.
And then you flex. How do you feel when you flex?
Feel really
Say,
good.
how did the
Okay,
twist?
that's a wrap.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Did
the twist, the
feels good. Yeah, once,
coordinating the legs with it is
right. It is difficult because you don't know what to expect.